Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to go add the OnSuccess listener. So we're going to just start typing OnSuccess, and you will see this OnSuccess will pop up here and it will expect a list, and it's from the simple async task. And we want the one that has a list of stuff. Okay. Actually, no. Let's try the normal OnSuccess little guy here that takes a list of type string. And we can actually change this into a final list of type string, and we can pass city names in here. And we are just going to pass city names in here. Okay, and then once we have that in, we want to do the following. Oops. I'll stop doing that at the moment. We want to go up and instantiate in the onCreate view. We want to do some work there, and we want to bring in our widgets. So let's take out that comment, and we're going to say view equals. We're going to cut this and write to that view and return the view. That's much easier. And what we want to do now is we just want to call in everything that we actually want to use here. So we're going to say that we are going to use a material search bar. So we're going to say we want to use a material search bar, and I actually think let's just code like proper people and go do this up as high as possible. And while we're at it, we need to go change the names in here so that we don't get confused. So let's go back to code, and in the XML file, we just want to go change these little guys so that they make sense. Well, and we would have had a big error because we haven't pulled in the card view namespace. So I'm just going to go grab that namespace, and I'm going to put it in. It's just good practice to have all your namespaces underneath each other. Okay, so there all the card views are happy. So we're going to start over here, and we're going to call this image city weather. We're going to call this guy city temperature so that it makes sense. And we're going to call this a city description. And we're going to call this city date. Okay. And what I also want to do is right on top of the card view, right before we hit the card view, I would like to add a text view. And I'd like to call that text view city name. Oops. We'll make the width and height drop content, and we're calling Android ID city weather name, city name, just so that I don't get confused. It's end of, wait. End of the sky. Okay, and we'll have to style them. So we're going to say Android. I actually don't want to style it in there. That would just be ugly. Android text appearance is at styles. My custom text retext. There we go. So let's just go look at design. We have everything we need here. Yeah, we just need to center that guy. So we're just going to say Android layout gravity center. Much better. Okay, right. So let's go back into our city weather code and let's go under the class definition. Just remember what we need and start saying what we need. So we will be needing an image view, alternated to important, which we call image underscore city weather. We will need text view. And the text views we are going to need the text views we are going to need is city temperature. So actually let's just so we're going to need city temperature, city description, city date, city name. And we have a material search bar. Call city search bar. Now, in our onCreate view, we can go call them in. I'm sorry, I've done this before. Where did I do this? Okay, so we're going to say view equals no, that's deeply interesting. I've got a city weather in here. Let's see what happens if I delete him. Okay, so just so you know, I also by accident had the city weather in my retrofit. Here is the correct city weather. We've done the view. Okay, sorry about that. Right, so let's do this again. We're going to need an image view. Which is called image city weather. We're going to need a text view. And we are going to need city temperature, city description, city date, and city name. Right, so just so you know what I did is I accidentally made another class in the retrofits folder there, which I have no idea how I did that. And I just want to see that it is fragment city weather. And I just, if you control and click, it will open the guide that we're working with and it's all fine. Okay, so let's go back into city weather. Okay, so now in our onCreate, just gonna take out some of these blank spaces. So in our onCreate view, we can now start and say that we want image city weather equals view.find view by ID r.id dot. I'm just going to look for cities so that I can find everything I want. So there's image city weather. Done. And then city temperature equals view dot find view by RD by ID R dot id dot city, and there's temperature. And the next one we want is city description. Just gonna add the C there. Equals view dot find view by ID r dot id dot city description. City date is view dot find view by ID r dot id dot city date. And then the last one is city name. Equals view dot find view by ID r dot id dot city name. Right, now that we have those in there, we can go work with that material search bar in our OnSuccess listener. So in our OnSuccess listener, where we're passing in our list that we would like to work with, we are going to go and do the following. We're going to enable that material search bar. So we're going to say, what can I call the search bar? Didn't call them in because I'm special. Okay, so we have to add a material search bar called city search bar. Okay, let's go add them in over here. And there is our city search bar. Okay, so now in OnSuccess, the first thing we want to do is enable that city search bar. So we're going to say city search bar dot set enabled to true. And once we've done that, we can add a listener. So we're going to go now and add a listener. So let's say add text trends listener. Listen. That took a while. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to say city search bar dot add, and we want a text change listener. Okay, so we're going to say add text change listener, and in there we're going to say a new text watcher. And you're going to get a couple of methods here: before the text changed, when the text changed, and after the text changed. So in before text change, we're not going to do anything. Okay. But if the text changes, like, so we're going to say do nothing. But when the text changes, as in when someone clicks enter or types up something, we have to do something. So first of all, we want to, everything they type in, we want to start building a suggestions list. Okay, so we can do that. We can say we would like a list of type string suggestions list. Okay, and that's a new array list so that we can remember what they typed in, and we can then just say, listen, I'd like to suggest this. So then we go say for, you're going to see that we get a string search. So we're going to say for, we're going to make a string search, sorry, for string search, and this is called an advanced for loop. It's kind of like a for each loop in C#. For string search and city names, you guys have seen this guy in Firebase. In city names, okay. And then we go say, for each little thing, for each item in city names, if search to lowercase, just so that we have that, dot contain, so if it has material search, not material search bar, city search bar, so if it has, we just do lowercase it so we don't have any casing issues to deal with. So let's just finish this line of code and then we'll talk about it because I need to use my brain. Okay. So we're going to say if the value that's currently in city names, the city name list, okay, if it is the same as the value that's typed into the search bar in lowercase, add it to suggestion. So then we say a suggestion list. So that's search. So basically that we can next time suggest. Listen, if you're looking for this, like if you've typed it in before, you can type it in again. Okay. Right, now we want to go set an on action listener. So underneath, just want to see what this is. That's OnSuccess, yeah. So underneath this after text changed, we're going to go do something else. We are going to say we want an action listener. So we're going to say city search bar. Oops. Dot set action listener on search action listener, and in there we pass in a new material search bar on search action listener. Okay, so now we're going to tell that material search bar you need to search for us. Okay, so on search state changed, we're going to do nothing there. Okay, so we're just going to say do nothing. But on search confirmed, so just remember this because you have to push an enter button, otherwise you're going to search. So on search confirmed, we're going to say we would like to go and show our card view. So let's go hide our card view as well, and we're going to go give our card view a name. So in this instance, our card view needs a name. So let's go give him a name. We're going to say Android ID, and I'm going to call it okay, card view city, and let's just go into city weather here. It's just moaning about something, we'll find it. And let's just go say we want a card view. Keep getting the city card view. Let's call that card view in here. Okay, and I think what we can do is we can actually hide that card view right there and then. So we're going to say card view dot set visibility we're going to say view dot gone, so that we don't see the card view until we have the data we want. So all the way we come back. So if we've confirmed the search, if we've typed in the city and we have typed enter, we are going to say city card view dot set visibility view dot visible, and then we want to call this weather. We are going to say get weather by city, and we want it to say text. .toString. Any minute now. I'm going to get this right. So we are going to go and build this little guy in the next video. The last thing I just want to do is where we see at the end where it says on button clicked, below that, the very last thing we want to do is we want to set material search bar dot set why did I just call it material search bar? City search bar dot set last suggestions to city names. So it will suggest city names as we type up and as they match. Okay. Right, so we're just going to hover over this guy and we're going to say create this little method for us, and we want it to be, I'm not entirely sure where I want to put this. So I'm pretty sure I want to put it in city weather and not in load cities. I think I want it outside of this class. And we will take a look at that in the next video.